Hi, everybody. This is Donna Russo. I'm a dancer and lead actress on Donna on the Go, and it's on YouTube. And the creator and a producer is Penny Lane. And I'm here with my three beautiful friends who, SHANICE, Grammy nominated singer and songwriter, and also Penny Wilson, who is executive producer, and David Zimmerman, who is executive producer and producer for the Easterseal Disability Challenge film challenge. And they just completed the film KRYPTONITE. And I want to talk to them and hear all about it. And feel free to, talk freely and converse and let me know your ideas. I just have a few questions to ask you and want your feelings and your feedback on this. How did you get involved with the Easterseal Disability Film Challenge?
Well, the way I got involved is my aunt Penny Wilson and David Zimmerman reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to be a part. And I immediately said yes. My heart led me to do it because, I have friends who have disabilities. I have a friend, Auntie Angel. She just recently passed away. She was in a wheelchair and super talented. I have another friend named Angela who's currently in a wheelchair, and they're both of them are extremely. Auntie was extremely talented. Angela's talented, and I said there needs to be more opportunities for people who have disabilities because there are a lot of people out there with talent. Like for instance, the guy who played the leading guy in our movie, his name is Ryan Lane. He's deaf. When I tell you he can act, like killed that role, killed it. So that shows you that there's so many people out there that, in Hollywood that needs to get a fair chance.
Yes, exactly. I know Angela and I danced with Auntie.
Yeah. Oh, you know Auntie too.
They are people. And I enjoyed working with Auntie very, very much.
Yes.
I agree that there needs to be more opportunity for people with disabilities and performers with disabilities.
Yes. And Pooch Hall, the actor, Pooch Hall?
I'm sorry?
Pooch Hall is a really big actor. Well, he and his wife, they would have every year, they would do this talent show for the kids. And it was kids that have disabilities, some, had autism, some had cerebral palsy, some, had Down syndrome, but they would do this big talent show every year. And I would always support, each year and judge the talent show and just, support the kids. And I just always, I have a soft spot in my heart when it comes to, kids and people with disabilities.
Yes, and the Easterseal Film Challenge just gives people that opportunity, and I just think it's wonderful for people to create their content and get exposed out there. And I wanted to ask you, KRYPTONITE, what is the story about a little bit? Can you tell me about?
Yeah, well, it's about two people who used to be in a relationship and they separated for 2 years and then they reconnect. And so my character has a secret to tell the leading guy that's going to change his life forever. And so we're just trying to figure out how to, deal with this secret. But I don't want to tell you everything because I want everybody to tune in and see the film because you will not be disappointed. It's so good. But so we have to figure out how to deal with this secret that I'm sharing with him in the film.
Great. And what's something you will take and cherish for the rest of your life by doing this film? The experience of it.
Yeah, the experience. It's crazy because, I've done like television, I've done film, but I've never done a challenge where it's incredible how much work was put in it just within a couple of days, and how, it shows me that anything is possible. Like this thing was put together so quickly, and that's something I'll take with me, that you don't have to take forever to, film or like, it's just crazy. I never thought in a matter of 2 days we could like pull all this.
I have to say, I have to jump in here. Shanice said that it was such a wonderful experience, and one of the best experience. For me, the best thing about this is connecting everybody, and to connect with Penny. We have gotten so closer doing this. I mean, you're so intently going into this process, and it's like a roller coaster ride. And to see Shanice up there on stage in front of the camera, Shanice, you just glow. You just, you just shine. It's her performance is stunning. And to see her and Ryan just connect, and it's humanity connecting. And that's what I love about these stories that we can create. We can come together. We're all artists, and we can create something that's a positive for the world, especially this romance and love.
Mm-hmm. I wanted to say that out of the blue, this young man who has Asperger's syndrome, I think they might have changed the politically correct way of stating it, but he's on the autism spectrum. He came to my sister Crystal and me and asked us to produce a play about his life with Asperger's. And it was kind of like fate, because we did it. It won awards. It won like 6 major awards. And we were so happy working with him. It was different. It was very different. And when the play was, David Zimmerman happened to come to see the play with Richard Alexander, who was the producer of Les Miserables on Broadway. And Shanice was the first African-American to play the role of Eponine in Les Miserables on Broadway. And so we had that relationship with Richard, and Richard shows up with David. And
I came David actually with Roz.
And Rosalind Kind.
Yeah.
And I have just gotten so close to both of them. They're just such wonderful, beautiful people. And so as David and I were building our friendship and talking, he told me about how he had done the challenge. Mm-hmm. And I said, wow, that sounds like something that we'd love to do. And I knew Shanice's softness, her heart is so pure and she loves so deeply. I said, I think maybe Shanice would do this. And sure enough, she said yes. But I want to thank Richard Alexander for bringing David and Rosalind, 2 new friends of mine. Mm-hmm. And out of that came this. And it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And I'm very, very proud and grateful to be a part of it. And I want to say that looking at the Disability Film Challenge presentation, there was a young man on there that we heard speak, and his name was Cameron, and we heard him say a lot of really kind of interesting things. I said, this young man has talent. What do you think, David? Maybe we should bring him in as the director. And we looked at his bio and checked out a couple of things he had done, and we said, wow, let's give it a try. And so we were able to put together such a phenomenal team. And as David said, Shanice and Ryan were superb. And we were even able to get a small part for Sean Earl, who played the lead in Rent on Broadway.
I know Sean. Yeah. Sean
Earl was in the play. Yeah.
I I have muscular dystrophy now, and I dance. I do dancing by a wheelchair, and so I took classes where Sean took classes. So a lot of these people I do know, and he's absolutely fabulous.
Yes.
Yes,
Actually,
he is.
when I took dance classes and he was there, I watched him. I couldn't stop watching him because, you know, he's so good. And
such a sweetheart. I met him on set. Boy, does he have a glow about him?
yes, he's great. He's
when I toured, when I Love Your Smile was released, he would travel. He traveled the world with me. You know, we went on tour together, and he's like one of my best friends. We had a ball, like touring with him. At the time, I rest in peace to my grandma. She would be with us. It was my grandma. I had Sean. Like I had such good people around me, and I'm so thankful for that. And Sean was.
Yeah. How did okay, where can people view Kryptonite, the Disability Film Challenge short that you guys have just done? So
on YouTube, on the Easterseal's Disability Film Challenge YouTube site.
Oh, that's great. Okay.
Yeah.
And I must say this, Ryan Lane plays the lead. I have to talk about him because he did an amazing job. He was so good. He's deaf, but but it was deep because he couldn't hear, but we were able to communicate, like, you know, on a deeper level. So it was really, really, I really enjoyed him. I loved his personality. Like we really, really clicked, and he did a great job. So I have to give a shout out to Ryan Lane.
That's
And
wonderful.
I also want to say, I have such a fondness for that young man. He just glows. There's just something so special about his spirit, his smile, his energy.
Yeah.
He's just a beautiful soul. And I'm really grateful that SHANICE had a chance to act opposite of Ryan, because Ryan is an incredible actor. And to have her working with someone like him, and to learn a little sign language and to be able to communicate.
Yeah.
It was just a beautiful thing to have a deaf actor and a vocalist acting across, you know, with each other.
Yeah.
And you had ASL interpreters on set.
Oh yeah. What do
That-
we had? We had about 5 or 6, or and then Joanne Dean, one of our producers, was organized all that, which was amazing. And I knew Hope Simon for years, and she was a part of it. I mean, the list of people, like Penny said, that were involved with this project, it was amazing. I mean, everybody. Yeah.
You know what was so deep? Like while we were shooting, you know, when we did the rehearsals, we had, you know, they were everything, you know, signing with him. But then, and I would hear their voices. So they would tell me what he's saying, go back and tell him what I'm saying. And then, but when we shot the film, he was able to read my lips. So I felt the connection. Like I almost felt like I felt like he could hear me, you know, in a sense. Like we were so connected that I felt like, because they didn't even have to, like, you know, like go back and forth and tell me what he's saying and tell me whether, you know, we were just so connected, and it was incredible.
And you got feelings from him and emotion from him.
Yes.
He was on Switched at Birth too. And so he's very talented, because I love that show too. And
Very
to see the connection that two human beings can have from different worlds that come together, and we realize it's not different worlds. We're all on that same blue marble, as I say, called Earth, and we you know, it's that feeling. I love that idea too, of somebody who is a Grammy nominated singer, somebody who has albums and performances, and then an actor who's been on a television series for 5 years, coming together and creating magic.
Exactly.
And magic it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. And if watching these films and if watching Kryptonite, you know, gives people in the world empathy and more understanding, I mean, that is magical and amazing and something that needs to be done. And the world just needs to be open to including these different types of people and to be aware of the differences and that you can communicate, you know, in different ways.
Mhm.
You know,
I agree.
stories are so powerful, and love is powerful, and love crosses boundaries. And when you can show a story where that boundary is crossed, where people can meet regardless of their differences, it kind of teaches us, because media creates reality and reality is reflected in media. But when you can see those stories and they're told in a compelling way, I think it gives people empathy, like you said, Donna, and it also allows us to open our hearts to love in different ways and people who may be different than we are.
Mhm.
And dancers, you know, people do things in different ways. I mean, people that can't hear, they use sign languages. Dancers who can't hear, they use the vibration of the floor. And dancers who can't jump and leap and turn like they used to, they find different ways to move that like they do now.
Yeah.
And that's wonderful. That's phenomenal. And I can't wait to watch Kryptonite because I want to see this story. I want to see this Grammy nominated singer interact with this person who is deaf and using sign language, and I want to see them communicate.
And you know what I love about this film too is that we don't, you know, it's just two people coming together. We don't say, oh, this person's deaf and this person's hearing and this person's black and this person's white. It's two people coming together.
Yes. I love it. And I want everybody to watch it on what is it, on the 8th? It'll be up on the site. Is that true?
The 8th of this month.
Yeah, the 8th of April.
It's up. It's up and running so that we could see it. So
It's up and running.
It's up and running.
It's up and running. It is the 8th. So today's the 8th. So it's up and running.
So I need
what else do you think that you'll carry with you, David? I just wanted to know that question. Donna, I'm sorry. I just had to ask him that, if you don't mind.
No. What was the question? Did you ask me the question or David? David the question.
David.
Yeah, of course.
That's so interesting. You know how to get me, don't you? The friendship that I made on these, the friendship that you and I have, the friendship of your gorgeous family has brought so much joy to me. And, you know, we all have those rough moments in life. You know, my mom is here and she's strong, but at the same time, to have my extended family growing, I feel like this community is my extended family, but through this film, I now have more family members. And as we go through our lives, we meet more people who we could call our family. Sorry for getting emotional, but.
And you want to talk about family.
Yeah.
You know, on this day, April 8th, I want to say for all of you who are going to tune in right after you watch this, that now Shanice is calling David Uncle Dave.
I'm an uncle.
Yeah.
Just so wonderful. And now I feel like I have new friends.
Yes, absolutely.
It's just wonderful.
Uh,
And
So we need everyone. This is a competition, and so we want everybody to tune in to Kryptonite.
mhm.
And mostly not just to watch it, but to feel it, to take it in and allow it to change your life in
Exactly.
a positive way.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Oh, I know. I wanted to talk a little about Shanice. You're performing now in 44, which is you are playing Michelle Obama. And
Yeah.
I'm like in awe of
Oh
that.
yeah, you have to come see it. So we did a short run like last year, and now we're starting back up, and it's a great cast. The show will make you laugh. It makes you, you feel emotional. You want to cry, you want to laugh, you want to dance. Some of the songs are really catchy, so you want to sing along, and it's a lot of fun. And every single person in the cast is great. TJ Wilkins plays Barack, and I'm really enjoying working with him. As a matter of fact, YN is his girlfriend, who is my cousin. So he's like family, and it's just been great. And Eli Bowman wrote and produced, the show, and his dad is Bowser. On what is it? Bowser on what is it? Shana
Bomber? What is it?
on Shanana.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Not Bowser. What is his name? He's in Shanana. He's the one that goes.
Oh, did he have the low voice, Bowser?
Is it Bowser, David? I don't think it's Bowser
He go
though.
like this and stuff. Wouldn't he like make a shaper?
His name is Bowser. I think his name is Bowser, and he did like this.
Wow. All I know is he's a big shot. I know that.
Well, his dad he's really talented, and I think he might have written on some of the songs along with his son, Eli. And I love it because it kind of shows the more like human side of, of like Michelle and Barack. And we don't get to see that side of them, so I love that. It shows them being romantic. It shows them having their conflicts, and it's really cool. And the music is just phenomenal. So I'm having a great time.
Oh gosh. And that's going to be in Hollywood, right?
Yes, at the Bourbon Theater. The first show is April 19th, and we're going to go through from April 19th to May 20th. So get your tickets for
Donna,
that
you're
too.
in Canada, aren't you?
I'm sorry?
Are you in Canada?
Oh no, I'm in California.
Oh, good. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm in California. And yeah. So also Rock the Punk with Chaka Khan.
Yeah,
We're getting ready to do that too. So
I'm staying with Shaka Khan and Tony Terry, and the charity is for breast cancer. And my grandmother had breast cancer. I have a cousin who is battling breast right now. She's in her 4th stage of cancer. So so when they asked me to be a part of that, I was like, absolutely. So keep, Danielle Wilson is my cousin. She's back. So everybody keep her in your prayers. And Yeah, so it's April 15th, this month. We'll be in San Pedro.
And it's so important. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just very important to, you know, have prayers and to bring that healing energy out, or prayer energy out.
Yes, absolutely. Prayer changes all things.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I got my tickets. I can't wait.
Yeah. And I'll say this. We have a lipstick line. It's called Smile by SHANICE. It's probably a little back.
Oh,
This
there
is-
it is. I see that.
So yeah, so it's a vegan line, and the website is smilebyshanice.com. And you know, music, I love songwriting, I love acting, I love all of that. But another passion that I have is makeup. I've always loved makeup. You know, even when I Love Your Smile was released, I remember it was a thought in my head, even back in the 90s. I said, I would love to, you know, come up with my own line or partner up with like a Revlon or a CoverGirl. Like, I just wanted to be involved with makeup. So it took a minute to put it together, and Penny is helping me as well with it. And I'm excited. It's vegan and it's long lasting. So you can put it on, it'll last you all day. You don't have to keep retouching it all day. And it's a wonderful product with some beautiful colors. We have red, we have plum, we have gold, you know, so many great colors. So.
And you know what would be a great thing that I'm thinking about is if we could partner with some organization that is affiliated with people with disabilities and do a kind of a donation of profits to whatever that organization is. And so I would be looking into that for us so that she's always wanting to give back. And I know with the lipstick line, it would be a beautiful thing to donate some of the profits to whatever organization we can find that would like to partner with us on that.
Mm-hmm. That would be great.
So, KRYPTONITE Easterseal Disability Film Challenge. Today we are on YouTube.
Everyone watch it.
It's-
I can't wait to see it myself. I'm like,
So when we get off of here, you can go in there and see it.
yes.
That's right. And I know you're going to be like singing the song, right? It's going to be in your head the whole forever.
Absolutely.
All right. So this was such a joy for me and an honor to get to speak with all of you. And
Great
I'm
talking to you.
excited. And I want to know if there's anything else you would like to talk about or say before we leave.
Well, I just want to thank you, Donna, because I've known you how many years now? Since we were small. But thank you for doing this show and what you do. And I'm, you know, we keep going. We keep creating magic.
We do. And I loved acting with you, and I love taking your classes, and it's inspired me to do other things and to keep going. And with Peggy Lane, she created and produced Donna on the Go on YouTube, and it's become award-winning. And yeah, so we all keep going. And watch KRYPTONITE, and I love Shanice's music.
Thank you. And thank you for having me and having us on your show. I appreciate your support. We were talking off camera for a minute. You brought up my very first album, which is Discovery, and you mentioned No Half Step In. So I was like, oh, that's so cool. Because a lot of people think
Love
that
Your Smile, No Half Step In.
Yes. So thank you. I appreciate you so much for your support.
Last thing I want to say is that my sister, Donna, uh, she goes by her middle name, which is Cremora, is battling pancreatic cancer.
Mhm.
And my sister, Shanice's mom, and I are getting ready to go home to be with her. But I want to just say, when I looked on and saw your name was Donna, it was a spiritual thing to me, and I just felt a connection right away. And I'm so glad that you made time for us today. Thank you so much.
Oh my God, what you just said to me, it warms my heart because I'm trying to, within myself, work on my spirituality. And I want to take a minute now to remember your family and to think about them right now, if that's okay with you.
Yes, let's
So, if we
let's do that.
and just think about them and send out our healing prayers to you and your family.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
if we could do that, that'd be great. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Peace and Shanti.
Peace.
Love you guys.
Love you too.
Love you.
My
Love
new
you.
friends. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
See you. Bye.
Bye.
11:48, you're at my door. I can feel it more and more and more. Inside melting, never felt this. Heat is rising from the floor. 11:59, don't make me wait. Your body's close to mine, I can't escape. Nowhere to run when you come, I'm so powerless. I feel as though I'm asleep, but I'm awake. I'm too weak to pull